Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Now, I was gonna just progress the main story. That's what I said last episode, which was kind of a boring episode, undoubtedly. But I started to think and look at the location of the Witcher contracts and the treasure hunts. And there are some in Valen, there are some in Novigrad, and then we're gonna get to Skellig and probably finish all of this up. It feels like we are close to the end, so I've decided instead we're gonna just, even though they're a few levels ahead above me, I'm just going to take the opportunity to try and beat it out. It shouldn't be that difficult. So, by the time we're done, every quest that we can do should be done. We're gonna do the Novigrad and Velen ones now. We'll do the battle preparations main quest later that will take us to Skellig. Okay. So right now we are at the missing brother contract. Which tells us really nothing. We have no clue.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel.
Just swim this way, I suppose. Sure, I could take a boat. I was foolish. Today is the first episode that they have announced the final piece of the DLC for The Witcher 3. The final free piece of DLC. They almost certainly intend to release some more substantive and bigger DLCs later. Explore the mine. Why am I picking up garbage?
Takes strength to do something like this. Monster tracks.
So, what the last piece of the DLC is a new Game Plus mode. Which puts me in a weird, mood and thought. I mean, how could you really play a new Game Plus on this? How could I, in particular? It really isn't a question of how could you, a normal gamer who very possibly has a limited income, a very limited income. I mean, I have a limited income. In fact, I have a very limited income. But
something just woke up.
So let me rephrase that sentence. A normal gamer who has a limited amount of time and games, which I don't have, would have to think very hard about playing this game a second time, particularly immediately. That almost feels like a new Game Plus mode should be a year later type deal, where they would say, okay, a year later you can play it again. But then again, I am almost done with this game, so why make it so that players, if they really did want to go back and play this again, would have to wait a year. So I guess it's fine. It doesn't feel like something I would do. Maybe I would come back in a year and play it again. There's certainly things I could have done. I could have definitely tried for the romance options a lot more. I could have tried for Triss instead of Yennefer, which that is a pretty big difference. Here, let's bring out our favorite guy. Arguably, I could make a big argument that you should pick Triss. A young one? What is a young one?
Young specimen. Mother can't be far. Another victim.
See, that's what you should do if you've got nothing to say. You should just show him looking at it and saying nothing. So I imagine we're gonna just end up here. You can't help but notice.
Blood looks fresh, but where are the bodies?
I feel like there was a whole nother side of that area. I feel like there was a whole nother side of the cave I could have come in. So, if I get a chance, I'll try and go out that way. There's a whole light up thing here.
Help me! Ah!
What happened here?
It attacked us. God, I don't know what it were. At least 4 spans high. Tell me, the others are...
They're dead.
You should touch her with the silver sword. Let's make sure she's not a vampire or something.
Avenge them, Witcher. Kill the beast. Please. I've nothing to pay you with. But Mikkel, the one who brought us here, his brother's got coin, he'll reward you. Look for him at the inn at the crossroads.
And she just sits back down. Find out what monsters in the mine are coming for you using your Witcher senses. Go.
The gods watch over ye, Witcher.
Now that you have a path. So, Witcher senses. We got some tracks. We got some bones all over the place. Yeah, nothing to loot. So I think that's the way that we have to go. I kind of wish the things would just automatically ignite. If there was just an option where the Witcher would just, as he's walking by, he would wave his hand out, automatically ignite everything, and because of that you would have a nice little point there. Got all these things to explore. All these circles overlapping each other. Interestingly enough. Well, this is the way we're supposed to go. It seems. A monster that can walk under the water is interesting. walking under the water. It's not. And it's leaving footprints in the water too. It's not something you'd normally do. Just continue swimming up. Are we getting out of the area?
Eggs will hatch soon. Gotta destroy them. Ericus, a venomous one.
Investigate the layers. What's your sign to destroy the eggs? Four out of 12 eggs destroyed. Can't search this.
Blood, flesh, digestive juices. Food for its young.
I guess I'm going this way. This is very strange. Oh, I messed myself up there. Let's swim back up and get some air. Strange that there's this whole area where I can't, where you could go down there and get lost and suffocate. I'm running out of air. Fortunately, for me, seems like there's nothing here, and short of drinking a cat, which I refuse to do. I mean, I could drink a cat and then have the terrible appearance. Come on, let me up. You can drink, I think, white honey or milk or something. Elsewise. Alright. They're getting marked as monsters' nest. Alright, that's 7. No loot. Wait a minute, is this thing just pushing me back to where I was before? Did we do this whole side? Is this just a side section? I mean, Seriously, is it? Are each one of these side sections? I mean, that doesn't look like a side section. It can't be. That can't be the case. Because if each one was a side section, then I would see monsters or something. This is very strange. I can't see a thing either. Undeniably. As I don't think there's anything to see. I need to hurry. So we're looking for 4 more eggs. Somewhere here. And it's strange, the scent is pointing me in that direction. But going in this direction seems to be the right way. There we go. Now investigate the layer using your Witcher senses. Isn't this the way we came? Maybe it wasn't.
A shoe bearing Master Clog's mark. All that's left of the body.
That's a crappy world when you have to mark every part of your clothing as your name.
Putting yourself to the sword, all the better.
Watch, this is gonna turn out to be this medium one. I mean, he's gonna be on the poison.
Need a trophy from Mikkel's brother. Proof of what happened.
This is a pre-rendered scene too. How come the 2 pre-rendered scenes are the best looking ones? Well, I mean, that's not a question. Of course the 2 pre-rendered scenes are the best looking ones. But how come they didn't do that more? Ooh, a diagram. A little surprising we get any diagrams. I'm under the suspicion that you would not have gotten any diagrams if you hadn't done the side quests. That every side quest basically rewards you with a diagram of a new weapon, and inevitably that new weapon is not worth anything. Darn it. Ah! Looks like I have to go back the way I came. There's no quick exit. Ah, I hate when they do that. Where is the exit? Let me out of here. Man, there's so many of these. Nothing in that alcove. I'm turned around. Is it this way? I think it might be this way. Yeah. No, I think the smell is that way, so. Now we just swim through this section and we should be out. Now, for the recommended level, was not difficult. We can't possibly be going the same direction. Did they just reuse this area? It has to be. It has to be that they just reused that same section. Come on. Help me up. No, let me up. Let me up. So, let's just continue. They did kind of make it easier, a little bit. By putting a exit marker right there. Here we go. And we're out. And it would be nice if we got the guy was right there. But he's not, so whatever. Now we have to run pretty far. Oh well. What would be cool is that if just somewhere along this path, since you've got these big open areas, you know monsters can get through most of these. I think they'd probably just clip through the trees if they couldn't get through them. Why not have events where when something like this happens, it just pops up a even bigger monster and you go, oh wait a minute, that was the king and you just killed the prince type deal. Why not surprise some things on it instead of making it blatantly obvious? Yeah, there's definitely some thought to their style of you're gonna always know when you're gonna fight a big creature, and only the wolves ever really run to you and attack you. And I understand their mentality of they want you to prepare, they want you to be able to do things perfectly. Let's have to go inside here. Talk to him. But I think they need to spice things up. I think they just have to spice things up. This is Bruno we're talking to?
Greetings.
Your brother's dead. Great way to start
Bad news.
conversation.
And Eric has killed your brother. If it's any comfort, I avenged him.
Comfort? Of course it's no comfort. When I told Mickle, why are you so eager to help strangers? Sit your arse down, or there'll be misfortune. Well, why are you still standing there? Can't get your fill of others' misfortune?
No, I prefer porridge and gravy like everybody else. Pay me and I'll go buy some.
I'd have paid you if you brought Mickle back alive.
I do want experience. I don't care about money, but I do want experience.
I'm due a reward. Give me some coin.
A reward? Aye. You're due. Here.
200 coin, 200
After
experience
what
for
you
that.
done for us, you got a friend in me, always.
This be
So-
the witchman, freak of nature.
At least right now, those quests feel like they're worth it to do. They will get me a few things. The creature from Oxenforest Forest would be the next thing, but we've got some we got 2 Novigrad treasure hunts that require a little bit lower level, so we'll start with those. And since we're so close to this Peller, which if we could get over to level 34, I'd be really set. Might as well put those on. Let's see. Clear out our inventory of the new items we got. We're down to 9,000 crowns. Hardly a small amount that I need to worry about. Hey, got a new insectoid. Harsey. It was a named creature. That's why. Because it was a Witcher contract. Every Witcher... I guess Witchers take pride in naming their hunts, their prey. Or maybe Dandelion names them post after he kills them.
White wolf, wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Folk from the village come here often?
Oh, when help they need, the Peller they seek.
Help with what?
With the dead that come a-haunting, peace must be made. But they must then wait for Forefathers' Eve. Or when an evil spirit runs wild in a homestead. Drive the spirit off the Peller can.
And if I needed, say, a love potion?
Then to the witch you would be sent. Not a matter for the Peller, that.
Okay, we've already had that conversation.
Could use a few potion ingredients.
just so
Show me
long
what you
ago.
got.
What does he have? You could get a bunch of lesser or greater things. But unless he has something like a cave troll liver, I don't think the Peller has any items that are any better than anything else. Yeah, I'm not seeing. I could sit here and sell things. That's definitely true. And there's no improved anything. Oh wait, arachnis deconcoction. I can make that. Yeah, I did make a new deconcoction. For what they're worth though, I mean, they are not worth a lot.
So long.
Honestly, what if this was like 5 games? Or 4, or 3, or even 2? What if you just split half of the... Ow! You split this game in half and took out a couple of the systems and put it in one. And a couple of the systems and put them in another. We'd still have very good games that just happened to be half as long, so 60-hour games, and could focus a lot more. The real problem here is that there's just no focus on some
I
of
want to
the
look around some.
Maybe this is where I find the cave troll. I don't think so. I think you'd have to be a Witcher contract. Something gonna attack me or what? Well, geez, that was easy. I think there may have been a monster in here I already killed. That's all I can figure. I don't remember coming down a bunch of steps. Well, whatever. Must have. There's... Alright. So now we are looking for the next quest related. Hey! Quest is available. How can a quest be available? Let's go. Any new quest must be sought out. Any opportunity to get more content out of this game. Play as completionist as we can. I'm not sure what the new game plus mode is gonna be. It is an interesting thought because will it just be you start at level 0 again? Will it just be that you
Without stop raining, my arse will rot off.
instead do you start at the level that you finish at with your equipment and everything scales up. Ideally, I'd want to start the whole game over, but I would be at whatever level I'm at with all my equipment. And then there would be a scaling up of all the equipment. But I don't know how that would work on like the mastercrafted stuff. They may strip out mastercrafted weapons from me and or dismantle them or increase their level requirements so that you would have to be
What's
at
the
75.
matter? A monster bothering you?
Nay, a ghost.
Sorry, can't help.
Can you tell me anything more?
You see, Jackamar haunts my dreams. Jackamar's my husband, or was till he died at war. He stands by me headboard and wails. So many years apart, I've such woe in the beyond. Come, join me. I say, I'll come, Jackamar, but when the gods summon me, not before. Then he says, leave your wedding ring by me grave. It'll make the waiting lighter. And I'd leave it, where the wood's not so terrifying. So, I thought to myself, maybe you.
Okay. You sure it's your husband's ghost and not a thief wanting to steal your ring?
Sure it's your husband's ghost?
He's saying I can't tell me own man? I'm old, but I ain't gone daft yet.
Not what I meant. There's wraiths that deceive, assume the form of dead loved ones. Trows, for instance, or dunnies.
Nay, I'm sure this is Jackamar. In me dreams he spoke of our nuptials, how we danced at Bellatane, how the Redanians killed him at Rind.
Rind? You've either mixed something up or you're very old indeed. Battle happened 80 years ago.
Oh, aye. Slip of the tongue. Meant to say the Battle of Rivia.
Huh. Okay, so she's either a mortal or a monster.
Be glad to help. Where's Jackamar buried?
A little cemetery near Blackbow, in a grave neath the old tree. Here, take me ring. Once you've laid it down, come to me for your reward. I live in a hut in the middle of the village with my granddaughter, Leslie.
Now where the hell? Strange.
Alright. Not too far away. So off we go. This is scary that there would be quests sitting around that just pop up. And that just popped up for no real reason. Maybe it's because I got the equipment. Maybe it was because I was just close enough. But that's real scary because does that mean I need to run around every single square foot trying to find see if there's any more quests? Or is it just a random thing? If there are random quests in this game, they come up so rarely that they might as well not exist. So I have a hard time believing that. Let's examine.
Must be Jackamar's grave.
Well, let's see what happens.
Alright, that's done.
Alright, so is that all we have to do, really? There's gotta be more to this. Did I just never get in this city? There's tons of sections in this game that are like this, where, you know, I may have run through them real fast, but that's about it.
You, white one. What's your business? Bloody Baron know you're here?
Let's talk to Leslie.
Witcher, what brings you?
Leslie, right? Wanted to talk to your grandma.
To my... But she's been dead for years.
Guess I talked to a ghost. Why wasn't she buried alongside her husband?
I can't say for certain. I was a little lass then. But me mum told me that shortly before Gran died, she learned Grandad had kept lovers on the side. She had no desire to lie beside him.
Seems she changed her mind. She wanted something to connect her and her husband in the afterlife. Asked me for help.
I It's hard to believe. But you've an honest look about you. If you helped Gran, you deserve a reward. Here, tain't much, but I'm afraid it'll have to do. The eldest passed, then the
One
pox, now the
experience.
younger. Grim Reaper must be having a lark.
So here's some fan theory. Maybe what if this is that old lady, and she needed me to place the ring on the gravestone so she could make herself young again. And there's just a peasant and an old man. I'll take that book. Just in case I haven't read it before.
You, white one, what's your business?
Let's see if we have read it before. Almost certainly we have. Yeah. Let's clear out these. A couple lesser blue mutagens, a new deconcoction, a new this. So, yeah, that can't be a random thing. We have a new place of haunting now.
Know your ear?
So let's go back.
See, you're a man well travelled, so tell me, should you beat me when you're on screen?
Yeah, it's right here. So we can use the magical lamp.
At last, will ye forgive me?
Already have.
Interesting. And I can't take that ring. It's right there. So if there's anywhere else in the map that has a place of haunting, that might be an interesting... Yeah, there is one right there. So there's more quests that could be done there. Is there anything else on this map? How many times have I done this? How many times have I tried to comb with my eyes over this map, just seeing, is there anything else? Main story wants me to go to Skellig. We know that. There's a whole question mark over here. Let's treasure hunt in Novigrad. So we got a couple places we need to go. We need to go figure this out. This is a treasure hunt. We need to find out the place of haunting. There, so we will make for this quick fast travel section if I don't run into gravestones or trees and gravestones. But the more I think about the new game plus thought, if it does do a new game plus where all the creatures level up, and it will almost certainly just be a base level, that anything that was a level 5 will now be a level 35 would probably be my guess, or maybe 40. So on that point, there's still trouble. We'll just start right here. Because, well, it's not trouble per se as it is, it's just I wanted in its first level for things to start leveling up. Just to, if it just explained it away as, well, you killed all the level 5 creatures in this area, so now only the strong they've gotten stronger and evolved. What's that, wolves? I want to slide down this mountain as I run this way. Yeah, because we're still fighting level 5 wolves when, like, I'm level 33. But then they sometimes do give me the idea, at least, that they are increasing it. So, Elven Ruins near this. A locked chest where a key is required. It's been a while since we were here, so maybe we can figure out what the whole deal is. It's supposed to be like a place of power right here. And how can any of that be true? Is this just supposed to be way under the water? We start diving and looking under the water. We'd be so far away from. We'd have to find a cavern or an entrance. Something. Something would have to show up. I mean, so you got this whole cliff section here. That doesn't make any sense. It still makes no sense. We're getting further and further away. There obviously is some entrance that's missing. Maybe it's way at the top of a hill, but how can I even find it? What was that? And there's like a red dot with a guarded treasure. but I just don't see any of it. It just makes no sense. Not a bit of sense. If there was some quest or something, some key, but how could I have a key and have sold it or anything? Maybe one of the guards was supposed to drop a key. Am I supposed to throw a bomb? Is it on top? Am I supposed to get up here? Well, gee, if I was supposed to get up here, there's nothing here. Oh, wait. Noon ray. Yeah, what does that help? So noon rays show up here. Can I get up to this? I don't think I could. This area is utterly confused me. These bodies are permanently placed. There's no part of this that feels like it's going to disappear or break or move. Oh, this is so frustrating. Whatever. So we got this whole section just like we have no idea. I can't figure it out at all. And then you have this place of power, which it's all gotta be related. Either that or that whole area is just bugged. Honestly, if I had not seen those points on the map, I would never even have given that area a second thought, let alone been over it several times. Suppose it's possible that eventually there will be a major story. Find the chest armor upgrade. Interesting.
Might want to look around some.
So there is like this is the Wolf School gear, and it says look around. Where's it gonna be? Hey. Oh man, I thought for a second that was gonna be it. I was gonna jump down here. Well, you do have the statue. This statue. We've seen these statues before. There is something in there. Mastercrafted wolfen armor. Interesting. So, what quests do we have left? Nothing for Skellig, except for what's in Skellig. And then we have another quest, and then this place of haunting. So we'll just run to this place of haunting. And then I won't bother looking over the map again, but I'm just gonna assume that we've pretty much done everything after this place of haunting. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I destroyed a key, but how could I have done that? Maybe they would have had to have given me a bugged key that would have allowed me to, you know, maybe they'll have some red. I was hoping for a red mutagen. That is a strange bit of the red mutagens, is we still haven't collected enough at the end of the game to have 4 greater red mutagens. I would have thought at this point we would have been overflowing with them, but instead we have this situation where we have a bunch of mutagens that can't be turned into lesser mutagens or used as crafting ingredients. It would be nice if there was a way, but I think they're probably preventing that because they want you. What? What is this thing we're looking at? Griffin gauntlets. We hadn't even gotten that quest and we somehow found it. It's like a blacksmith or something is supposed to be right here. Oh, so the place of haunting was the Griffin Gauntlets. Is he gonna just stay there, or am I gonna get some experience, or is it ever gonna get marked off? Is it marked off on the map now? It's hard to tell, I'm not... Let's walk a few blocks away. Let's see. Strange, it seems like it's just gonna be there forever and never, never, never. I mean, there's nothing that can be done. He's just gonna sit here forever, haunting, doing his... Let's see. Unless, like, Yarden will trap him. Maybe if I burn his body with Igni? Well, what can we say? Let's find a fast travel location somewhere close and fast travel. I don't think there's anything more I can do. Burn bodies. So I can burn bodies, and that's pretty much it. It's kind of irritating that that would always be there and just pointing you towards something you'd already done. But hardly nowhere as irritating as the ones that are pointing you to something you can't find. Overall though, you have to say for the markers, they've been at least 99.5% accurate. They've shown up when there was actually things there, and they've disappeared when you actually found those things. Of course, at that point, I'm just grading this game on a curve. Which is more point to my thought. What if this was 2 games? What if this was 3 games? Where it could have easily been a little bit of everything. They would just be more focused in on what they wanted to have polished. Yeah. Guarded treasure, place of haunting. These 2 we have no idea. Let's run to the herbalist hut. We don't need to talk to the herbalist. We know there's nothing he has of any interest. Just run this way. One of those sections again of the map that, man, somebody spent a lot of time on all of this and there's so little in it.
The Witcher. Oh, step over here. Rydo was late with our pay a whole week.
He's trying to cheat us too. Purse I got was full of...
You post the notice?
I did indeed. Hans of Sedaris, mercenary captain. Know of a monster that needs slaying. You interested?
What kind of monster are we talking about?
If only I knew. It was like this. Got Radovid to hire me and my company, but he's been late with the pay the last weeks, and I'll be damned if we're to risk our lives for free, like hell.
Couldn't agree more. But you were gonna tell me about the monster.
Yes. We arrived here, encamped. Then it turned out some beast prowls the area. Snatchers cows and the like. Reckoned we should help the local boys, so we grabbed our weapons and set out. Me and Kurt one way, Gerd and Henk the other. Gerd and Henk never returned. Whatever it was, it got him. Job's for a professional, clearly. So Kurt and me, we chipped in for a small reward, hoping someone's willing to help the locals, avenge our comrades in the process.
Notice this guy's beard.
Awfully noble of you.
Mercenaries, we've our honor too. Well, Master Witcher, what will it be? Will you take the job?
Fine, I'll take the job.
All right. Where do I start looking?
South of here. It's where we split up. It's where we last saw Gerd and Henk alive.
When you have such a thick mustache and beard
Rydo was
on
late with our pay a
characters,
whole week.
that is a great way to use the same face and hide it. Plus, if they had like a scar system going too, notice the only person really with scars is Geralt, and Cerelia, sort of, but if there was a scar system where you could take the same face model and over several different times use it, give it different scars, give it different views. That'd be helpful. The main problem is with the merchants and one face model in particular.
Human. Claw marks, bite marks, armor ripped to shreds. No sign of another corpse.
Is it just wolves? Maybe a werewolf? We haven't fought too many werewolves in this game. They're pretty rare though. All the big creatures are pretty rare. Examine when a monster attacked using your Witcher senses. Here we go.
Flying monster. Gripped the second body in its claws. Didn't quite get everything to its nest.
Okay.
Piece by piece, follow the thread.
Okay, so I have a chain of blood and body parts I think I'm looking at. I don't know. It's probably just blood. One hit kills. They are throwing enough of them at me though. That it would be a slight problem if I sat there and let them overwhelm me. That's kind of cool, the crows flying in on you.
Tracks end here. Damn birds must have picked the ground clean, but they've already found the rest of the corpse probably. All I gotta do is follow the cawing.
Follow the ravens using your Witcher senses. Now they have never done this before. The whole sound thing. That's a little weird. There's the cawing. They should have done it for the fact that that sound system is, the sound option is in the game, and it's only getting used once. Maybe it was just too confusing. I could understand that.
And the nest? Empty, except for leftovers. Thin rakides, sparse after feathers. Interesting. An arch griffin.
Return to dark when the griffin is at its nest. Return after dark. Why can I not just meditate? A little meditation.
There it is.
Ready to land. Oh, Pinnacus is his name. Wow. That guy is powerful. Nothing to be screwing around with. He killed me in what looked like one hit. Alright.
There it is.
So we want to so that was half his life. definitely see that one being tough. Spinning a knife in what looks like to be heavy armor things. So what I probably want to check is what is the... We're still not very high on the levels, but what is the trophy I have right now? 10% chance to dismember, 10% chance to dismember, 5% chance to find extra herbs. Really? Where's my extra experience? One. Archgriffin mutation. Okay. We now run back to our... Hey, we haven't actually rode a Roach in a while. We'll just allow Roach to run back. We'll see if maybe the new control scheme for the horse is any different. I don't think it is. I think there was enough struggle just to get a new control scheme for...
What now, you piece of filth?
The problem is with Roach is he needs to be able to avoid things and jump. And he will hop a little bit. It doesn't even say he will hop. But he needs to automatically jump over stuff before you even think.
Well, any progress?
Monster's dead. I slew it. It was a griffin. An archgriffin, in fact.
In that case, I'm grateful. Arch grateful. Your reward.
Ha ha ha.
Thank you. And in the future, try summoning a witcher before any blood's spilled.
300 experience for that. 221 crows. I mean crowns. Might as well be crows. So we got Skellige's Most Wanted and that. And that's pretty much it. There's really nothing more that can be done, at least that I can figure out how to do in this land. We've got our mastercrafted armor ready to go as soon as we get up a level. Let's just fast travel now to the Novigrad dock.
Rydo was like our pay a whole week. He's trying to cheat us too. Purse I got was full of counterfeit crowns. Look here.
We could go back and talk to, like, Vernon Roach. We can go talk to him, I suppose. It wouldn't kill us. Just make sure there's not some sort of quest or something that he might want to talk to us about. Let's see if we can find him. Is that where he is in that abandoned mine? Or is it right here? Yeah.
Let's be wary of the other side of the river.
Yeah, it's here. So we'll go talk to Vernon Roach. If
We'll
there's
pay
anything
for
you
the
want.
freedom area without blood.
Now,
What? I
witches,
can't even talk to
they
him?
can't catch the pox. Isn't that right?
Can't even talk to him. Alright. That's strange. And Bess.
You've been here, you've been there. So tell me, is it really the fact of the other side of the Novigrad went one false move to shave their
It's true you killed kings. You and our commander.
A witcher. Just what our band of merry men needed.
I don't think Bess is around. I don't see her.
You trouble me, Greylocks.
Now, witches, they can't catch the pox. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I'm not seeing Bess
You've
anywhere
been
around
here,
here.
you've been there. So
A
tell
witcher.
me,
Just what our band of merry men.
Novigrad
You
went
trouble me, Greylocks.
These guys talk way too often.
A witcher. Just what our...
Real great example of having NPCs just talk directly without being invoked to speak, and where it doesn't work. Well, goodbye, Novigrad and Valen. We may never see you again. I couldn't see myself ever doing New Game Plus. I've got Skyrim, I've got Fallout 3, I've got Fallout 4, I've got every new game that ever comes out that has any, I have any interest in covering. And in the past, when I wasn't a
Help protect
YouTuber,
Ciri from the Wild Hunt, and the Emperor will grant you amnesty.
I hope we can trust you.
You can.
What of Fringilla?
That I don't know, but I shall take it up with him.
You barely said hello and you're already plotting something.
It's clearly in our nature.
I hear right. You convinced the Emperor to pardon them?
Provided they help us defend Ciri.
Got a hard time believing Emperor'd go in for a deal like that.
If you can't believe it, don't. I don't need you to.
what was the bit about Fragile?
Bit about Fringilla. What was that? Triss told me you couldn't contact her.
Perhaps because she sits in the Emperor's dungeon, chained in Dimeritium. At least that's what Rita implied.
How would Rita know?
How's Rita know? Barely got out of prison herself.
She spoke to Fringilla before they imprisoned her. Fringilla said that the Emperor had summoned her, and she'd explained why after the meeting. No one's heard from her since.
Thought this kind of drama only happened around Radovid.
I don't like it. That was not our deal. When it's all over, I'll need to have a candid discussion with the Emperor. Come. They're all waiting for us.
So we're not gonna have a candid discussion with him right about now? Need to have a lock on the ship. It's kind of funny that story-wise, we have to get a ship to go to Skellig, but once we got to Skellig, we could have just fast traveled there. Let's talk to Triss.
Well?
Ciri.
Got a minute?
Of course.
How does Aradin locate you?
Aradin's located you time and again. How's that work?
When I pass between worlds, I create a kind of shockwave. Anyone properly trained can sense it. That's how Avalok explains it at any rate. He can do it too.
So you shouldn't actually ever use your power.
It's not like that. The impulse is stronger the longer my voyage. On short hops, the disturbance is practically imperceptible.
Traveling between worlds, what's it like?
It's nice.
Difficult?
It was at first, but in time it became automatic, like riding a horse.
Bet a lot of mages would love to learn to do it.
I'm certain they would. But Avalok claims they've neither the knowledge nor talent. He spent 4 centuries learning to do it, yet can still only find and pass through pre-existing portals. I go wherever I please, whenever I please.
Once you'd left Yen and me on the Isle of Avalon, what happened to you? What did you do?
I traveled through time, space, different worlds. I saw houses of glass, ran with unicorns at the world's end. Even lived in an undersea kingdom for a time.
Freedom. Always had a taste for it.
I still do.
So why'd you return?
It was too much. I almost drowned in it. When everything is possible, it quickly becomes a lot less alluring.
I should go.
All right. We'll talk later.
Familiar. I ever wallop yet?
Well, what is it?
No need to thank me, Philippa. Always glad to save your ass. You're welcome.
You stood to gain. That is why you saved me.
Way back when, did you really send assassins after Dijkstra?
You believe I... Do you not remember we were once lovers?
Maybe it's just me, but I think you'd consider that in itself to be reason enough. Actually, I've long wondered why you parted. Quarreled even.
You see, Geralt, there are those who keep politics separate from their private lives, and those who do not.
Which one was Dijkstra?
The more boring of the two.
Doesn't matter, Dijkstra's dead. She should be thanking.
Farewell.
And
How are
Margarita.
you feeling?
Better, I thank you. If you'd not arrived in time, things might have ended considerably worse. I am your debtor.
Thank Yennefer. It was her idea, her plan.
How'd the witch hunters
Thought Margarita Loantil would be among the last to get nabbed by witch hunters.
Were it dependent solely on me, of course I would have. But you forget I had my students to consider. I knew the hunters would eventually reach Aretusa. It was but a matter of time. So when I heard Triss was organizing escapes to Kavir, I saw no reason to hesitate. I gathered my novices and we rode here to Novigrad. Sadly, we were caught and thrown in Dayrad before I could contact Triss.
Didn't see any other sorceresses in there with you.
Because they'd already been executed. Burned. Alive. One after the other. The most talented girls in the north. Radovid was saving me for last.
That is some more dialogue.
If you're here, what's become of Aretusa?
The day I arrived in Novigrad, I received a message from Beruta Ikati. A short, curt note. School overrun by Redanians. The libraries burn. Handful of pupils fled with Nina Vivero. The rest are dead. It is over.
So
no reaction from the council? The conclave?
Do you jest? They asked Radovid to intervene, just after he'd appointed them.
Farewell, Rita.
Doesn't seem like the lodge is very strong. It would be easy for the Emperor to
Oh, you
kill
make a fine
2
sailor.
more, maybe 3 more. Hey, let's talk to the sailor.
Rum and supper I never refuse.
Boring as fucking shit.
It would be best if he did abdicate his throne and let Ciri be the princess.
Well?
And let's talk to Yennefer.
Geralt.
I think we've already talked about the past and the Wild Hunt.
Thanks, Yen. See you later.
So, we talked to Avalok. Now,
All are present. You were the last to arrive. Might we set sail?
Might we set sail? Alright, let's go.
Anchors away.
So, this is about the 5th pre-rendered cutscene, and it looks great. I wonder if it'll ever get to a point where games could just stream the pre-rendered scenes from like a YouTube type service. That would kind of suck because that service would eventually start deleting those files, but if streaming got so good and so fast that they could just guarantee that it was there and it looked way better than what the game engine could do, that would be really cool. It also keeps the space on your hard drive a little bit more free. So that's how she makes those crows.
Well, that settles the question of His Imperial Majesty's whereabouts.
Does he aim to conquer Skellige? But he knows. Those are my friends.
He wishes to grant you the Isles, with Sintra and the rest of the Empire.
There is an upside to all this. Is that so?
The Emperor will have to help us fight the Hunt. And we've just found Fringilla Vigo.
We must hurry and find the Sunstone. Seems we've plenty to do in Skellige after that.
Fringilla Vigo. We need her here.
Can you teleport me onto the Emperor's ship? Don't even know what the Sunstone is. Both is true. Let's start with this.
At the moment, we don't even know what the Sunstone is.
It was created so the mountain elves could summon the vessels of the NL. Now it merely serves as a symbol of a lost opportunity to unite the two tribes. Truly? Can all of you be unfamiliar with the story of Gelban and Dillion of the White Fleet?
Tell us, please. Absolutely love elven legends.
Gelban was a sage of the Elder Elves. He fell in love with an Enshe elf, Dillion. Yet she spurned him.
That was a jest on Geralt's part.
Too late. It won't hurt any of you to know this. On the day the White Fleet was to set sail, Gelban gave Dillion a gift. The Sunstone. He believed Dillion's heart would soften in time. Once her longing for him burgeoned, she was to use the Sunstone. Though worlds away, he would return for her.
Sounds promising. Let's just hope this Sunstone proves more useful to us than it did to that elf woman.
What I want to know is if we'll be able to use the Sunstone.
You? No. Me? Naturally. With a touch of help from the sorceresses.
Of whom some are below deck vomiting, while others remain unreachable.
Where is the Sunstone?
The Sunstone's in Skellige? How do we know that?
From legends. Elven ones. It lies where the White Fleet landed centuries ago.
Meaning anywhere on any one of the Isles. Splendid.
Ermion. I'll talk to him.
Know where he is?
I'll ask around the port. Krach's longships are moored there.
Okay. So then, teleport me to the Emperor's ship.
Can you teleport me onto Amir's ship?
Not a chance. It's better shielded than the Emperor's alcove.
Though we could try to force our way through.
We need Fringilla in one piece.
Think they know we're here?
Emir's mages, of course.
If the matter of Fringilla Vigo were resolved, they'd probably just send her over here in a skiff.
It's far from resolved. The Emperor pledged to ensure the Lodge's safety, but...
Fringilla's a pricklier matter. She's his subject, one officially sentenced to death for treason.
You'll need to learn what Emir has planned for her, once we've found a way to toss you over to the Imperial flagship.
So I'm gonna have to get on the ship
I'll
myself.
get on the Emperor's ship myself.
A plan to swim? With swords on your back? You'll get shot up like a sitting duck before you can say the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Don't panic. He'll find a way. Make your approach by night. You'll stand a better chance then. And once you're on board, show His Imperial Majesty this letter. Hand it to him directly. We should remind him what he promised, and what he'll get in return.
So I'm off.
I'm off.
Good luck.
So this is really weird that nobody else has changed their outfit, Triss or Yennefer, but Ciri, instead of wearing a thick, warmer coat, has just put a little bit of a collar on and kept everything else the same.
And later, don't count your father out.
This poor guy is scrubbing the deck in no shirt in the frosty places of Skellig. So we're gonna ask Croc where Ermion is. We're going to also, I think, take a moment to get away from these Witcher contracts. I'm gonna try Skellig's Most Wanted, and we'll see if that works after we do these two little things. We're almost to the point. We need 526 experience. I want to come over here and discover this, and then just kind of look around all the islands, and every little place where we had to skip last time. I want to go back and get those done before we progress the story much further. I will talk to this guy since he is right next to us, but then that will be it. But we will do all of that next episode because we've been going long enough. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos because all that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media site, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.